Hamas gather outside the UN, the messages they're sharing as they call on leaders to bring their loved ones home. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan.
And I'm Dana Tyler. Tonight, the work to bring hostages home continues in Israel and around the world. The Israeli military said today it is dropping leaflets in Gaza, asking Palestinians to reveal where hostages are being held. Israeli leaders are promising a reward and protection in exchange. The Gaza Health Ministry and has said Israeli airstrikes have killed more than 700 people in the last day. Israel says 400 airstrikes have targeted Hamas command centers and tunnels.
Here in New York, the UN Secretary General is calling for a humanitarian ceasefire. This as an emotional rally was held outside the UN.
Family members of those being held hostage by Hamas, as well as supporters, want world leaders to help bring their loved ones home. CBS 2's Christina Pham outside the UN for us tonight with more. Christina.
Well, Dick and Dana, family members say the last 17 days have been torturous for them, not knowing if their family members are alive, injured, or dead. Meanwhile, inside the United Nations, calls are intensifying for a ceasefire to protect civilians on both sides. Families of hostages held by Hamas walked one by one up to the podium in front of the United Nations, pleading to world leaders meeting behind them to rescue their children.
We have not heard anything from anybody. Do your work. You know, give a sign of life, give a sign of hope. We're waiting for that. We're not getting anything. I'm sorry.
For the parents of Long Island native Omer Nutra, it's been 17 days of torture, waiting for news.
He was protecting the villages on the border on the morning when this happened, and they were attacked and taken.
Israeli officials estimate more than 200 hostages are still being held by Hamas. Only 4 have been released so far.
I just want to get them home. That's all I think about.
From Tel Aviv to New York City, the faces of the missing are plastered on walls. Demonstrators who created this display by the United Nations say it's a reminder of what's at stake.
We just want people to understand how real it is for us. These are our families. These are our friends. This is how it looks like. These are real people.
At Tuesday's Security Council meeting, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire to deliver desperately needed food, water, medicine, and fuel.
I'm deeply concerned about the clear violations of international humanitarian law that we are witnessing in Gaza. Let me be clear, no party to an armed conflict is above international humanitarian law.
According to aid organization Save the Children, more than 2,000 Palestinian children have been killed since the conflict began, and another 1 million are currently trapped in Gaza with no safe place to go. Reporting live from the United Nations, Christina Pham, CBS.